everybody. Time to clean some guns. And today we're cleaning two M&P 1522s. These are both my wife and I's. Luckily, I don't have to clean the upper on both of these. Extraction. I'm going to say extraction for the next like 4 minutes. I mean extractor. I replaced the extractor. Don't know why, I just forgot how to say that word, but I did. That's how it is. One of them because I had just replaced a extraction hook thing. And the other one because of the exact same reason. I had to replace a part. And when I replaced them, I cleaned everything. But for some reason, I didn't clean the lower. I replaced this part months ago. So it's kind of shocking to see that I didn't even attempt to clean the inside. I don't know how well that's showing up, but it's pretty dirty. I bought this lower secondhand. Well, the whole rifle secondhand, but that lower was specifically more secondhand than everything else, I guess. I don't know. My brain wanted to list that and say that. So, let's go over parts. It looks like a Reptilia grip as well as a... I love when they don't put brands on there. It's not a B5. It's not a real one. Alright, well, I don't know who made this one, but it is one of those CQB thicker stocks. Why? Because I just kind of like how it feels. So, we'll put this away for now, and then we'll work on its second portion of the video. This is my wife's AR. I wanted to build her a 22 that was fun, and was in 22. Check mark, you know, not much else you can do about it. Going from the butt to the tip. Mag full. Wow, mag full. Magpul STR stock. Right there we got a Magpul. That's the extended and thick grip M2 or the K2. We got this Western Hunter scope. I don't know what that is, so, you know, continuing on. Everything's stock except the extraction is a steel extraction hook and trigger, safety, everything else standard. Now as we move a little bit further, we got Magpul on here for the little inserts, and this is a really cool project I saw called the from tactical22.com, and it is a aluminum rail for it. I like it a lot. I think it adds just the weight I wanted. And with 22, there was already no recoil, but with this added weight, there's nothing. For the record, I picked it up, we're going to be playing with it. We're going to make sure that it is clear and safe. So activating the bolt hold open, we're going to reach in here. It is, oh no. And I cleaned it too, and it's still dirty. Alright. It's dirty, but it is clear. So my weapon is clear and now unsafe. So my weapon's clear and safe. I'm gonna let the bolt forward, and we'll begin cleaning. Again, we're only gonna be doing the lowers in both of these lowers, so gonna walk through that process. Now, one caveat for 22. I recommend you clean your 22 rifles just a little bit more than you would anything else. Why? I don't know about you, but when I go out and I shoot 22, I shoot 300 rounds. I shoot a box. 325 rounds of just everything I can. So, if you're kind of like me in any way, shape, or form, I would be careful in inspecting your AR or any kind of 22 caliber, anything. I would be careful in evaluating it after each use because, you know, you usually just put a lot of shots through it. With a lot of shots comes a lot of mess. 22 is notoriously dirty. So, just make sure you're cleaning it out and keeping it going good. Okay. These are incredibly hard for some reason. So I'm going to take a punch and get them out. Alright, now with the lower receiver removed, from the weapon, we can inspect and kind of look in and see how they're going. So this one was cleaned relatively recently. It's dirty, but not horrible. A quick little wash and quick little wipe down, and should be good to go. Now this one, it's been a little bit longer. As we run our finger on there, it is quite, I don't know how to get it in there, quite dirty. So we're going to begin by just cleaning it. So let's get started. I'm going to use Q-tips again because that's kind of my go-to. And just start wiping it out. I really do like the M&P 2.0s. I think they're excellent. You know what? The amount of dirt that's coming out might be a first, but I'm putting this down because this is little tap on there, see how much comes out. Jesus, a decent amount came out there. So let's start cleaning. So as we're cleaning here, we're really just getting all the gunk and I want to say sand, but it's actually just unburnt powder out. I assume that I've just made this Q-tip incredibly flammable. Not really, though. I don't know how well you can see that, but it is disgusting in there. Wow. Surprising how dirty it is. I mean, I guess it really isn't that surprising because it's just 22. That's how it works. Cool. So as we're cleaning this, we're really looking for we're just wiping that out, cleaning it out, making sure they're good to go. Shouldn't be too long, too much. Jesus, that's just horrible. I don't know how bad this one is as well. That's not bad. This one's got more smoke burn versus that one's got like a whole crap load of unburnt powder. I wonder what the previous owner was using for the ammo because it's dirty, man. I might just take the whole thing apart for that one. Let me clean this one, and then I'm going to evaluate whether or not I might just take the whole innards and everything and clean it a little bit more. That's interesting. Okay. Let's get into it. Alright, so as we clean these through, there really isn't any like massive buildup outside of the just little bit of crusties. So I'll say it. It's just like a little bit of smoke. Alright, well, let me work on this a little bit, and then afterwards I'll provide you guys with an update. Just kidding. I'm going to be talking the whole way. You know, I'm kind of running out of ideas for videos, and that's really bad when it's this soon. I think it's mostly just because I want to go to bed forever. Just kidding, but I hate my job. I've noticed a definite just drop in creativity when I sit there and just work. You know, every time I put myself into my work, I feel it in dividends, and you know, I get better as my position, but I just die on the inside slightly. Not really slightly, fully. I really just, it's so hard to exist and not want to quit my job completely. Like, drop of the hat kind of quit. Like, the second somebody says something, I'm just done. Quit. Done. Going home. Forever. But I need to make that money. And that's the plan. For the time being, we got to make the money. So that's what we're going to be doing. You know, I keep thinking about what I want for this channel, and I think I want more, I want to build a community of people who talk more about the gun community, and just, I really want to bring more Gen Zers in, not just the ones who are gung-ho about the military. I really do want the average person to own several firearms. Not for any, nefarious reasons, but for reasons that this is not a scary hobby. We shouldn't be scared of people with firearms because we all have firearms, you know? I know it sounds dumb and in practice doesn't work too well, but most places where the average population owns several firearms, they're safer places. So, I don't know. It's still all over the place. Now, oiling. Should you oil the lower? Negligible. You may or may not really notice anything. I like my guns wetter than can be, so I would put oil in. But do you have to? If you're not noticing problems, I would say no. Alright. And we'll just follow this down. What I'm doing right now is I'm working that oil in. And now I'm going to do something you won't see me do often. I'm going to take a Q-tip and try and get all the excess up. Why? Well, because I have an inkling that that's why there's so much buildup in the other one. Oiled it way too much. Which is normal. I can't imagine that isn't oftenly done. So, that's fine. I'd rather have more oil than no oil. Speaking of oil, spill oil, hashtag Helldivers. For now, I'm happy with this. I'm setting it aside. Moving on to the dirty bitch. I think I'm going to do a full disassembly. Here's a great tip for if you're taking and disassembling anything. One of the biggest ones I can recommend when you're disassembling things. One of the biggest things I can recommend is have something to catch all the parts. So with this unscrewed completely, we can actually remove the grip. There's one screw here. On the M&P 1522, there is another pin. Doesn't need to come out, but since that's removed, might as well have it just away. And we'll take these and just kind of put them here. Right. Now we can pop the safety out. Push. Make sure the hammer is charged. Alright, now. Wanted to see if we can... This has always been a problem in this gun, so I want to see if I can just get this pin out. Is that it's a plastic piece. That's the first time I've ever seen that. Alright, let's remove the pins. That's the rear. We'll keep this in there, and we'll just keep the spring in there because it's, in my opinion, not worth taking out at all. So, all right. I don't know if I want to take that out, but I'm definitely going to take the trigger out. So we'll put this away for now, or we'll just take the bit we were using and leave that out because we won't be using screws on anything else. We'll move over to the punch. I like to eyeball. You don't have to eyeball. You can always take a measurement or find the right one. But I eyeball. If I can find this. Yes, this would be easier with a vise, but I don't have one. Cool. Exactly what I didn't want to happen. That's fine. Alright, now. Now we'll take this and we'll go here. Hi, buddy. I love you. Love you, JJ. Love you, wife. Now with the weapon, we can actually get rid of the trigger now. All right. Jesus, the amount of just dirt in here. There had to have been thousands of rounds through this. Just with how dirty this is. No way there wasn't. Jesus Christ. I don't know if you're seeing that. Wow. That's bad. Let me grab a rag. For the record, it's not that bad. It's gross, but it's not bad. Let's see if we can just scrape some of this gook at the bottom out. Gunk. Gunk. I didn't mean Gook gunk. I've heard the same. Jeez. That's just surprising, the amount of dirt that was in there. Okay. Now, just kind of take the spring off. Wipe this down too. Might do a little bit more, a little CLP on it too. Just really get the part wiped down. With the amount of dirt in here, it kind of makes me worried. I think a round actually went off out of battery and just, I don't know. Something bad had to happen for it to get this fouled and this dirty. But I am going to look into that later. Leave that aside for now. Whole lot of cleaning. Surprising the amount just of crud. Dirt on this is just astonishing. Alright. My camera stopped recording, but we're back. Alright, now we're gonna begin by placing everything back where it was. Yeah, like that. Listen. You know, I got a funny story about trigger springs. So when I first bought an AR, I bought an AR-15. Actually, second AR I ever bought. The second AR I ever bought was broken. I didn't know why it wasn't firing, but the guy at the gun shop said he could give it to me cheaper because of it. So I was excited. I was obviously like, all right, sold. Happily. Little did I know that I had no clue what was actually wrong, and that project wasn't outside of my scope, but you know, it really showed me how much of an idiot I am, because I didn't even take it apart. I was just like, something's wrong with this. Okay, cool. Anyways, it was they put this trigger on backwards so it didn't reset. And so wasn't really even that big of a deal. All right. We went in one way. We'll okay. Something tells me. I don't like the way that crunches and how easy that was. So I'm gonna remove that. What the hell? I think. Yeah, it was. It sounded so crunchy. I was like, whoa. There we go. For good measure, we'll wipe this down. Just for shiz and giggles. Okay. How much do you lube it? To your heart's consent. Whatever makes you happy, that's as much lube you should put on it. Just kidding. You should put a little bit, not too much. Enough to where it slips, not enough to cause problems. Yeah, knew what I missed. Thank you for the person who was screaming. It was right in front of me. Now I just have to remember. Nope, like that. Cool. Just checking, making sure. No, it's this way. Again, I have always said I'm not a gunsmith. So, do not say I am. I'll give you a good trick though. See how the pin is holding on either side? Now I line this up, and all I have to do is line it up, wait to get one side, and boom. And then I can just manipulate the whole thing to make sure it gets in the hole. Alright, perfect. Next, we will install the hammer. I don't know how to tell. I don't know how to teach you guys how to do this outside of just literally manhandle it. Put it in there with your finger. I know I'm not talking too much. But there we go. All right. Quick little function check to make sure we don't go full fun when we're not trying to. Got rid of some of the slop there. Alright, now we can start installing everything else. So, next we're going to install a little detent. I can't believe this is plastic. I mean, I can totally, but that's surprising to me. Listen, I'm trying. My brain's not working. I know some of you saw that. It's like it was buffering. I wonder if I just lost this portion. No, it's still in there. Good. See that little... Alright, now we'll screw this in. And we did a little deep clean of the lower receiver for this. And now we install. Alright, now here's the trick. See how there's two springs here? This one has a recess both in the grip and in the lower receiver. This one, however, does not. So you need to line it up even, get it in there. What I like to do is line it up, and then I'll hold with my other fingers. And I'll go in. As long as you're lined up with the bolt, you should be good to go. How tight? Well, there is a proper amount. But I'm not a nerd who knows that number off the top of my head. I'm just some dude who shoots, motherfucker. No, I'm just kidding. There is a proper amount and improper amount, so try and get to the proper amount. I personally, on my weapons, will go as tight as I can. As, you know, this is polymer and a plastic lower, so I'd be a little careful. Alright, now this one doesn't have a upper to mate to. We'll have to allow this abomination of a lower to mate to my wife's perfect upper. And we'll just do that real quick. Well, first let's clean our area. And we'll change, you know, move the sun a little bit. Stuff that's not getting thrown away, stuff that's getting thrown away. Okay. With everything that's getting thrown away in the trash, we can then put our tools away. Alright. Set these aside. That goes to laundry, and we'll move on. This is another one I always like to do. A visual verification. There is nothing in your little parts dish. If there is, and you don't know where it went, that's a problem. Alright, now with a lower set up, we can take, or with the upper, we can then get everything squared away. So let's place it on here, and this is going to be for a functions check. Why? Why do you hate me? Alright. Alright, now with the upper installed, we're going to pull that. Alright. And let's pull this. We have an empty magazine here. Insert the empty magazine. Alright, locks to the rear. Alright, cool. Goes on safe, goes off safe. On safe, it doesn't fire. For right now, this lower is now done, and now we'll test the other lower. And then we'll end the video there. This lower pin. Oh, this rear lower pin always gives me so much trouble. Alright. On to the next lower. The good one. Okay. And you just throw your lower on the ground. Alright, now with the lower attached. Safety fire. Fire fires. Safe does not bolt uninhibited movement, which is good. I'll stick the magazine in there. The magazine is empty. There you go. Okay, well, thank you guys for watching. And that was
Cleaning.
I did it. I said it first. Fuck you, previous Sam. Yeah, the audio stopped working, so
Wake up, 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 wake up. Look, fuck you. Wake up, motherfucker.